What's up, y'all? Back at it. I know I missed yesterday's check-in, but need not worry. I stayed in my caloric deficiency. Uh, yeah, caloric deficiency, calorie deficiency, one of those. But I stayed within the 1500. I had for breakfast, I had Chick-fil-A. I should be putting it up now. So that was good. And then I had about, I think that was about 700 calories. And then in the evening, I had what is it, I guess like a fish fillet. Um, but they didn't have the calories or anything. So it was this much. And then for dinner, what did I have for dinner? I don't think I ate anything else for dinner. I think I just had water. I might have had some candies here and there, but it wasn't anything crazy. I didn't blow my calorie intake, especially not on the candy. I was just driving late, so I wanted a little bit of sugar for like a little pick me up. But I had two meals really. It was kind of like a low carb day, which is not great, but it was the best I could do with what I had at the time, and that's really what I try and emphasize on this channel or in these videos, where it's like, even though I have a busy schedule and sometimes I can't make it to what like my macros are going to be, or if I know that shit, I have a dinner later tonight, they're not, they're probably not going to have the calorie count on the menu. I don't really know what their menu is going to be. It's like, okay, let's eat enough to be okay if we only have to do, like, if we're only drinking water, or if I know like it's a fish place or a steak place, like, okay, I'm gonna have this allotted for before I get to that like thing, and then by the time I get to that thing, I'll be okay if I don't eat, right? So I'm not gonna go over it. I'm not gonna order something crazy like a burger and French fries with like sour cream and guac and a soda or a beer or anything. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I definitely, maybe I'll have some French fries, like a little bit, but I try to just be mindful of what I've eaten today. And at the end of the day, if you want to lie to yourself, that's fine, right? If you're just like, oh yeah, like I haven't, because I've caught myself doing that. I've caught myself like, oh, I've only had, XYZ. I can indulge. And then next thing I know, it's like, fuck, like I blew my calories over like 2,000 calories over. It's like, fuck. But I think that's not terrible, as long as you're mindful. You're not doing that every day. Obviously, I'm not doing it every day. And if there's more than one day where I know that I'm not going to be able to get the specific like macros that I'm looking for within those days, I will just eat under, right? I will try to manage what I eat, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, like I can have a burger here and then I can have like, ice cream over here, just because I'm not counting it and I don't know, like, oh no, right? It's like, just because you don't know doesn't mean that it doesn't count. Just because you can't, just because you can't count it doesn't mean your body's not counting it. Your stomach is definitely gonna count it, right? So keeping that in mind, even though you're like, oh, I'm closing my eyes and I'm still gonna eat, come on, your stomach is still taking it. It's still going in there, it's still being processed. So definitely be mindful. Like I said before, like it's okay to not fall off the rails completely, but you can splurge, you can indulge in some treats, or maybe some French fries, maybe even a burger. Like, you're a burger person or you're a pizza person and you're like, I need to have this. It's okay to indulge, but once you start to break away from the habits that you've been building on trying to stay consistent with your diet, stay consistent with your workout, stay consistent with your cardio, then that's when it gets to be tricky. But if it's just like once in a while, it's fine. But also, the way that I see it is like, okay, like tonight, I have a dinner later tonight. So right now I'm doing my first meal as I normally would. My second meal is gonna be maybe a little bit higher, but I know that it's a steak place, so I can probably, have another 8 ounces of steak, right? And I'll see if I can get something to cover for my fats. And then carbs is probably the easiest thing. You can literally have anything, even French fries. I try to stay away from French fries, but I love French fries, so it's really hard for me to stay away from them just because I love them so much. But I just think as long as you are mindful and you are checking yourself and not, just, oh fuck it, like it was one meal, let's just go ahead and go all out. I think it'll be okay. But ending that rant, this is what I'm having for today for my first meal. We've got 150 grams of berries, 100, whoa, not 100. We've got 9 ounces of steak and 80 grams of cheese. So this should hold me over. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to head to the gym, get my cardio in. That's the other thing. See, like I didn't do cardio yesterday, and it's already 4 p.m. today. So I'm already running late. So I've got to get this down, hit the gym, get the cardio, get my calories up to speed again, and then we'll be okay. And then I've got the Whoop. The Whoop helps me track my calories. I know it says beta, or like I think that's what's like in the beta. Like they're still testing it out, like that and the step counter. But it's enough for me. It's enough. It'll do it. So just like I've said before, track track your macros. The more you track it, I think it's gotten easier for me, especially making my own food. I know, for the most part, I have a general sense of what 9 ounces of steak looks like. I have a general sense of what, you know, 80 grams of cheese looks like, and what 150 grams of frozen berries. Probably not like room temperature, but definitely it gives me like a general idea, a general like, okay, you say you've got you because this is helpful if they don't have the calories on the menu, then you can be like, okay, give me 2 eggs, give me a steak, and give me like a cup of rice. You don't know how many. Okay, well now luckily you know what you ordered, you know how much, and if they're allowing you to order, like the 8 ounces, a cup of rice or whatever, like one serving, it's usually about a cup or so. Just go on your app, look for it, track it, boom. You know, even if it's not like exact, as long as you get like within the range of that, I think you'll be fine. 2 eggs, 60 calories, 6 grams of fat ish, more or less. 70 calories, 5 grams of fat, more or less, depending on the size of the egg. You know, you've got your 8 ounces. I can't tell you how much protein, but what can is the app. And then any app works, like I've said before, MyFitnessPal, Chronometer. Somebody told me another one yesterday that I had never heard of, and it was very similar to what I've been using. So it's just preference, what you want to do. And for me, I like the Chronometer because I use the free version and I can scan stuff. So the stuff that I scan is on there. Not everything. Like you scan, I don't know, maybe this water that I have here. You try to scan this, it might not be on there. But the stuff that I use is on there, so it works out. But anyways, quit yapping. I'm gonna do this, hit the gym, second meal. I'll see you guys in a second. For you guys, it'll be a couple hours for me. A few hours. Just as promised, back from the gym. Can't really see it, but I'm all fucking sweaty. Did I think like 40, 35 or 40? I think it was like 37. 37 minutes of cardio. Got a little bit of extra mileage. I wish it was just some extra steps to be able to burn some extra calories because, like I said earlier, I've got a dinner that I'm going to. This meal will actually fulfill my macros for the day, right? So I've got a little bit of like fats, carbs, and protein that I can still tack on, but I'm gonna hold that for the dinner. I'm already at, let's see, I'm at 1400 calories, 1468 with this meal. Once I eat this meal, I'll be at 1468. The plan for this calorie deficit is to be 500 calories under what 500 calories under what I burn in one day. So I noticed that my average caloric burn or output was about 2000, especially now that I've been losing weight. It takes less energy to move my body throughout like space and time, right? And so it takes less energy, therefore I'm consuming less calories, therefore like my body's using less calories, therefore I need to eat less calories to be able to maintain that caloric deficit. So luckily on the Whoop, I was able to track like my average calorie output, and that was about 2200. And as I've been losing weight, it's been going down. So now my average is about 2000. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. My average is about 2000 calories, and that is including cardio, right? So during the cardio, I burn about 300 calories per session, 100 calories every 10 minutes. I try and stay in zone 2 of like my heart rate. So zone 2 for 30 minutes. Now that also now that I've lost so much weight from what I had before, it takes more for me to get tired. So I have to bump up the speed and the incline, or I've had to, these last few months, I've had to bump up the speed and the incline to, I think now I think at like 5.3 on average, just to be able to get my heart rate up. Because if I keep the speed at 4, which is what used to get me to zone 2 when I was about 170 pounds, 180 pounds, that what is it, like 4.0, 4.2 on the machine for the speed, that used to get me to my heart rate to zone 2, which is about 135, like 120 to 135, I believe that's my zone 2. So that would get me to the zone 2, obviously. But now that I've been losing weight, my heart is using less energy to pump out the blood, and my body is obviously using less energy to move through. So I need to bump that up to be able to get to where I want to be, right, with the zone 2. And sometimes most of the time I go past zone 2 because it just feels so good to like be able to like brisk walk or a light jog. I'm not like panting, but it does feel good. I kind of get like that runner's high that people talk about all the time. And I used to not be able to run because I think I was too fat and my joints, like my knees, would start hurting. So that's why I just opted for walking, like walking at an incline. But now that I've lost weight, it's much easier for me to run. Feels good. I feel great. And it helps bump my heart rate, my heart zone, my cardio zone, whatever you call it. It helps bump it up faster so I can get to my goal faster and I don't have to be on like doing cardio for like hours on end, right? Um, so my goal is to just do 30 minutes and try to burn about 300 calories. And I think I've been doing a little bit more than 300 calories per sesh, but the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I know that I'm going to consume a little bit more than, let's say 400 calories, 500 calories tonight, because I'll probably have, a small meal, but it's still going to be extra food that I'm eating, so I want to be ahead of it, right? I'm not gonna eat at like the dinner's at 10 o'clock. I'm not gonna fucking do cardio at midnight, right? So if I can be ahead of it, I'm already at shit. I'm already at 1,800 calories that I burned, right? So I'm at 1,881 calories, and by 10 o'clock, I'll be at 2,000 calories, and might stay up later than that. So I think I might even be over the 2,000 calories. Sorry, I just it sounds like there's somebody outside. But I think I'll be over the 2,000 calories before I go to bed. Just I think it was 2 days ago. I went to bed at like I think 12 or 1, and I was at 2,400 calories. Right. So that gave me. That's what I was telling you guys. That gave me the gap because um, like last night I had like some candy. Right. I had some extra candy, but that's okay. Even though I went over my calories for the day, for the week, I'm still under. Like I'm still at that 500 a day, right? If you add them all up. So that's my goal for today is to get ahead of the calories that I'm going to consume, burn them early. That way by tonight, even if I have an extra 400 calories as a meal, right? Obviously I'm not going to blow it on like I don't know, French fries being dipped in ranch or whatever. I'm not going to do nothing like that. It would probably just be just go over on protein and maybe slightly on carbs. I don't want to like overdo it. But let's say I burn 2,400 calories again. I consume 2,000 calories. I'm still at a deficit of 400 calories, right? My goal is to be at a 500 deficit, but 400 is fine for me, right? I think 400 is okay to be at because it'll end up evening out, throughout the week. But I think that as long as I'm still in that caloric deficit, I should be fine. Like I said, obviously, I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to, if I get a salad, I'm not going to fucking, drench it in dressing or anything, dumb like that. I don't want to blow my calories on something ridiculous that's not really worth it, or have a cocktail that's gonna like be half sugar and half booze. I already don't really drink, but alcohol really messes with my sleep, my calorie intake, and it's just empty calories that don't really have a purpose. So if I'm gonna have calories, my priority would be to get protein calories, and second would be carb, right? That way, at least these calories are not empty and just not worth eating. But yeah, man, I think, like what I was saying before, I don't think I'll be able to get a third meal in to show you guys, but it'll be something light. But I think just staying consistent, I think that's the key. And I feel like a lot of people lose the will to stay consistent because they don't see results immediately. But, as you guys seen in the title, I've been doing this for 300 plus days. Like, I think this is my 310 or something like that, or 308. But still, it's like, you just have to keep going. You can't just, oh, I did it like 2 weeks, or I did it a week and I didn't see any results, or the results that I was getting wasn't what I wanted. It's like, well, it's because you didn't wait long enough. I've had people tell me like, oh, like I started working out and I actually started to gain weight. What's going on? I'm like, yeah, because your muscles are filling up with blood. Like your body is, you know, it's adjusting itself to what you're doing. So that weight gain is not like fat, it's just your muscles getting filled with blood, right? And obviously you're going to be more hungry, so if you eat a little bit more, that's going to also add to the weight because you've been working out, so you're eating more, and but it's good weight. It's not like, oh my god, working out made me fat. Like, what? You're crazy. That's not how it works. And then they get, impatient and then they stop. So my suggestion is just keep going, don't stop. Just make sure that you're being mindful of what you eat. Don't overdo it. And like I've said before, like if you do overdo it, like I feel like I overdo it more often than not, but I try to balance it out, right? I try to balance it out where I'm like, damn, I had 3 days where I totally fucked this like diet. All right, we got to lock in. Maybe I'll do a little bit more cardio. Maybe I'll try to get better recovery to be able to feel better the next day, because recovery, like I mentioned before, is like a huge part of it. So you just gotta, we're, what is it? We're about to be, are we in May? I think we're about to be in May. It's April. Okay, we're not in May yet, but we're April, mid-spring. You still got time to like lock in, probably like May, like 2 months ish, 2.5 months to, not get summer ready, but definitely start to prepare yourself, start getting in the swing of things. And then that way, by the time summer hits, you just keep going, keep doing it. And then next thing you know, it's, maybe winter, maybe that's not what you wanted, but maybe it's winter. And now, you're well on your way for spring to come. And then you're going to be even closer to your goals, right? Which is what's been going on with me. I thought I was going to be able to cut all the fat and just be jacked in like 6 months. 6 months was like max for me. I was like, yeah, like 6 months, I'm going to be fucking ripped. Bro, it's been almost a year and I'm still like trying to grind this out. And, I might, who knows? I might not even make it to the 10%, but the fact that I've been consistent and I've been seeing the results, especially lately, I've been seeing the results of what the work that I've been putting in. It definitely helps keep me motivated. So you guys can do the same thing. Just make sure you stay on track, track your macros, do your cardio, and stop eating so much junk food. Damn it. Stop eating so much junk food so often. It's not doing anything for you. But enough of that lecture. Let's get this meal in. Let's get showered. I got super sweaty, but pretty hyped. Definitely physique is looking better and better. I don't know when I want to do my reveal to you guys yet. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, but I'm definitely getting closer to where I want to be and what I want to look like. So might be coming soon, so just wait. Give me a few more weeks. I don't know, maybe a few more months. Who knows? I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're good. I think I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the morning. Probably closer to midday, because I have a feeling I'm going to be up late tonight. And I don't want to wake up early, because I woke up early today. Didn't get great recovery, but I'll make up for it by sleeping in tomorrow, I guess. But this is the meal. The rice is still cooking in there. I'll take it out in a second. I just didn't want it to get cold. But it's 10 ounces of steak, about 80 grams of cheese. It's like 85. 80 to 85. My scale was like acting up. But 10 ounces, 80 grams, and 100 grams of rice, because I thought I had 300 grams available of the triple berry mix that I have, but I only had 150. So I had half of what I needed. So I had to make it up for for the morning stuff that I didn't have. So I've got 100 grams. That puts me at, I'll tell you guys right now. Let's see. That puts me at 1,468 calories, 143 grams of protein, 99 grams of carbs, and 52 grams of fat. Right? So I'm off by like margin, like tiny razor thin margins. So, that's leaving me space to be able to eat a little bit later during the dinner, but obviously not blow it all. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think I'll be okay. Let's see. Yeah. 1,800 calories, 1,897 that I've burned so far. I'm about to be at 1,900, and it's barely 8 o'clock, so I'm about 100 calories over. But I'll let you guys go. Nope. I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow morning. In the meantime, enjoy your Friday. Don't get too wild. Track your macros. Do your cardio. See you guys tomorrow.